Hey everybody, it's Christine Garvin, and as you well know, times are pretty crazy out there right now. There's a lot of people that are feeling really scared beyond, actually getting the coronavirus or it coming to where they live. So many people are being impacted financially and, um, you know, really spiritually and emotionally and feeling isolated. There's lots of aspects to this that are really scary. And, I think that there's the opposite that's going on at the same time where there's some beauty in this that, people are being forced to slow down when we sure haven't lived in a culture internationally that has been slowed down for quite some time. And of course, our environment has been very much impacted by that, for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years in a big way. So there's also an ability for people to find the time to connect to themselves on a different level that they may not have the chance to do, or found the space to do. So, but that doesn't take away from the real, true fear that's going on, particularly, small businesses are having to close down for weeks at a time, and it's really impacting everything, from the stock market on down, and just about every person, because when we don't feel safe in the money that we have, then we don't want to spend money, and so that impacts others, other small businesses, other people that survive off of, the gig economy and survive off of waiting tables and things like that. So I wanted to do a little EFT session today to help with easing some of that, because when we don't have control of our lives and our finances and our health, things feel really, really bad and spiral out of control pretty fast sometimes. And we don't want people's immune systems to be down because of that spiraling out, and we don't want people to, go into any kind of depression and other sort of mental issues that may come up. I mean, it's ripe for that, obviously, to happen right now. So using EFT, and honestly, during this, I recommend using it multiple times a day, every day, to reground you, to connect your body back down to earth, to process through these emotions that are very real and very valid and need to be processed so that they don't take over your brain constantly. And as I mentioned before, deplete your immune system. So this quick EFT session, I wanted to gift to you and share with you. I've been doing some EFT, on my own, and this one really came up to share. So if you haven't done EFT before, just go ahead and sit in a place where you're comfortable. If you can have your feet touching the ground, that's a really great place to start. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in and release it out. And then I want you to follow what I do with my hands and repeat after me, okay? So we're going to be tapping throughout our body. We're going to start here. This is my right hand, tapping on my left hand, but you can do the other one. That's totally fine. All right, here we go. Start tapping and repeat after me. Even though I am feeling a lot of fear right now, I'm worried about how I'm going to pay the bills. I'm worried about my kids being out of school. I'm worried about my business going under. I'm worried about the connection between all of us becoming tougher. I'm worried about having to be alone or be cooped up inside, which does not do well for my mental health. Even though all or some of this is true, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. These emotions are coming up big time, and they're really intense. They are making me feel insecure and alone and really just having no clue when I'm going to feel stable again. And to feel unstable brings up every single trauma that has happened in my life. Because stability is at the root of feeling okay as a human being. And to feel unstable is to dredge up a whole lot of trauma that's happened in my life. Even though all of that is very valid and real and true, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. There is a lot of chaos going on out there. And it's pretty impossible to not see, hear, smell, take it in. Every time I get online, I see things screaming at me about how bad everything is. I see other people posting on social media about how their salaries or money is already being impacted. I see how they're staying up at night worrying about how they're going to take care of themselves and their families. I see what's going on in other parts of the world and how bad it has hit places like China and Italy. I fear for elders in my life, parents, grandparents, people that are immune compromised. I worry that this will strike deep into their hearts and possibly mine. This is reality. Even though the intensity of the fear is not necessarily reality. I know that we are in a bubble when these things come up. That the media harps on all of these things and it seems never ending and as if it's the end of the world. I've been through this several times in my life. Seen it happen several times in the last decade, in the last, 3 years. But I have survived it all. Because I know that I am strong. I know that I am resilient. I know that I am powerful beyond all measure. I know this is part of being human, and that although sometimes bad things happen, a lot of good things happen too. People are more connected, and they'll be more connected than ever before. And we're understanding that impact, the impact that we have on each other. More love will grow from this. More stability will grow from this. More connection will grow from this. More ease will come. In the meantime, I know that I always have my breath. As long as I'm living, I can come back to my breath. Even if I'm in a wheelchair or I can't use any part of my body, I can still breathe. And in breath is life. In breath is meaning. In breath is calm. I allow my system to understand that it's going to be okay. That every breath I take makes things a little bit better. It makes a better inside. Not necessarily going to change what's going on outside in the world. But we're all put on this earth for only a short time. And to step into our breath and our ease is our universe or God-given right. Money will come and go. Viruses will come and go. Our bodies will come and go. But our spirit and our energy remains. And I know that I access my spirit and my energy through my breath. And connect to all that is good and easeful and stable. And trust that I will see not only another day, but a damn good one. And I believe this in mind, body, and spirit. Release it out. Take a nice deep breath in. And release that. Make sure you unclench anything that's clenched. Again, doing this every day is going to calm your nervous system down, because your nervous system is going to keep ratcheting up every time you look at the news, every time you look at social media, every time we talk about it. So using this or other forms of EFT, Brad Yates is a great resource here on YouTube. He has great videos coming out all the time. And I'm going to do some more throughout the week to help with things like your immune system, boosting your immune system. So I'll be back at you with more. I hope that was helpful, and have a beautiful day.